It's Sunday, May 29th, 2022. It's Memorial Day weekend. The sun is shining. This is Tony. This is Adam. It's a 5 and 5 Win Daily Sports where you find us every single weekend. 5 categories, 5 minutes. Start right off the bat. Adam, ace of the slate. 8 games. Who we got?
So we don't have lineups yet. It's still a little bit early. He's the highest price guy. I think Shane McClanahan's going to end up being my favorite ace of the day. We definitely have some choices of Burns and Cease, but you look at this Yankees lineup, they're down Stanton. They're down Donaldson. They might be down Aaron Hicks. This is not the lineup they exited spring training with. McClanahan leads the majors in K rate. He leads in called strikes and swing strikes, third in swing strike rate. I think it's going to end up being McClanahan based on that Yankee lineup today.
That's a good point. You always have to look at who's going to be in the lineup, and not the Mets and injuries, but Sundays are kind of weird, right? Guys sit, you have your utility players are starting, different catchers, so always something to look at. How about a pivot or a punt pitcher, any kind of value? I know we mentioned Cueto yesterday. He didn't really get us what we wanted, but again, these are value plays. So they don't always come to fruition. Any guy that you may want to pivot to today?
So the only guy that's under 7,500 that I have any type of interest in today, and people might be surprised here, is Josiah Gray. And I think a lot of people might go to the Rockies, and I get it. The Rockies have not been good outside of Coors. They're in the bottom 5 in WRC+, WOBA, ISO, OPS, 29th in on-base percentage. They don't strike out a ton, but Gray brings some good strikeout stuff. He's still figuring out how to pitch in the majors. His carries over 25%. He has multiple starts, 5 starts, in fact, over 17 DK this year. If he can control his fastball, because his fastball has given up 9 home runs already, he can get through this start. The Rockies should have to put out 7 right-handed hitters. Against righties, he's got a 28.3 K rate and a 306 WOBA. If he gets the right lineup, he might actually get to 20 points here.
Now I'm going to go, he's not as low, but just as a guy I like some value in is Sonny Gray. This guy likes to feast on bad teams. In Detroit, he gives you a 37, gets 10 Ks against Detroit. He's facing, again, Kansas City, who's not a great offensive team. So at home, I'm telling you, I like him for K rate and possibly going deep in the game. Adam, we talked about the other side all the time. Guys are going to attack. A pitcher that we want to put some bats in against. Who's that going to be today?
Pretty much has to be Elvin Rodriguez from the Tigers.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to not look at that lowest priced pitcher. He's only pitched 7.2 innings in the majors. Tough to really tell what he's going to be yet. But in those 7+ innings, 440 WOBA to the left side, 329 to the right, FIPS over 6.5. K rate to the right side of the plate is only 9.1%. He has struck out 33% of the lefties. I'll give him that. You got some pretty good lefties in this Cleveland lineup, so it's going to be the Guardians for me. Is probably one of my main stacks of the day. Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, the whole crew.
Listen, it's easy to say, because I know people say, just take that last pitcher, but it's how you formulate these guys is the way you make your mark, right? So you look at guys that have tremendous value on the Cleveland team going up against a pitcher who gives up a lot of hits. What about stacks? Who's that power lineup that we're going to look at?
For me today, it's going to be the Red Sox. Bruce Zimmerman's doing some good things. He's not quite there as far as like when he faces a really good lineup, and the Red Sox certainly qualify as that. I know they played a doubleheader yesterday. They've been playing a lot lately, but the Red Sox lineup is also scorching hot. JD Martinez and Xander both sat game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday. So you may see like Trevor Story sit today or something like that, but that's fine. You still have Xander. You still have JD Martinez, Kiki Hernandez. You still have plenty of bats. Even Bobby Dahlback is better against lefties than righties. He's only 3,100. You've got plenty of ways to attack Zimmerman today.
I like that. And I'm going to go right back with the Rodriguez play, and I'm going to go with the sneaky Cleveland snack today. Because, again, just by value, I'm not saying, you build your lineup around Jose Ramirez, but you can get a lot of value guys. Pick and pluck, like we did with Oakland a few days ago. Guys like Miles Straw, guys like Quan, guys like Josh Naylor, who's going to be my FFVP today. I know he's 3,200, but he's such a streaky hitter, and he is due. When he gets on a streak, he tears it up. So look at those Cleveland values right there. Now, Adam, how about just value plays in general? Who do you have for today?
Well, it's funny you talk about streaky hitter because my FFVP is Rougned Odor, and this guy has always been one of the streakiest hitters in baseball. When he's hot, he's among like the best players in baseball, it seems some days. And over the last 10, 316 average, OPS over 1,000, averaging 10.8 DK points. Pavetta's a little bit worse that left side of the plate. It's only 2,600 because it's Rougned Odor. He goes through stretches where all you're going to see is zeros. It's not necessarily the case right now. He's hot in 2,600. If I need a cheap second baseman, he fills the gap perfectly.
That's those kind of plays, man, that we talk about all the time. 2,600, and again, it may not work out, but if it does, if you get you that 7 to 12 cash line, it's going to be the difference in a lineup that you have a lot of chalk in there. So, final thoughts, Adam? Anything before we get out of here on this Memorial Day weekend?
Got a lot of aces, so these value hitters, like the Cleveland lineup's not really expensive outside of Ramirez. You got Odor. You've got some options. The double ace approach is really fun today because the punt range is not all that great.
The double ace approach. We're going to end on that. As always, Wendell Sports 5-5. Tony, Adam, everybody have a great and safe weekend, and we'll catch you back here next time.